Hello and welcome to Week 9 of Premier Ultimate League 2024. My name is Asako Yamamoto and I'll be commentating this game together with my friend and colleague Lane.
Hi, everyone.
We're here at Carlini Stadium where DC Shadow will meet Austin Torch for the very first time. DC Shadow coming in with a 4-0 record, Austin Torch with a 2-2. What are your expectations for this game?
Well, we have a beautiful night here in DC. It is in the low 80s with just a slight breeze here on the turf. And we have these teams coming in at a pivotal moment. We have DC Shadow, who has been dominating the South Division with a perfect record, and they'll be looking to carrying that on with a power streak going into their last game against Atlanta. And then we have the Torch, who is going to look to bring some heat up from the South, really spice things up. They are mathematically still in the run for the championships, and so we're going to be looking for them to really try to get out there and bring some intensity to DC Shadow tonight.
Yes, and this is going to be Shadow's last home game, so we're expecting a lot of fans, and there's a big fundraiser going on as well, so it should be a really exciting night here at Carlini Stadium.
Absolutely.
Number 69, Jamie Estes.
The Discraft Ultrastar is the official disc of the Premier Ultimate League. Discraft, the world leader in disc sports. This live broadcast of the Premier Ultimate League is brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate Apparel. Go to breakmark.com to place your next custom team order or check out the PUL Athlete Collab shops.
And please welcome the coaches, Austin Walker as head coach.
Welcome to the live broadcast of DC Shadow's last home game. Exciting first matchup against Austin Torch here at Carlini Stadium.
And now please welcome
My name is Asako Yamamoto and I'm here with Lane. Hi, Lane.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. What a beautiful night for a Frisbee game.
Yes, we have, it looks like two teams that are ready to bring a lot of intensity to the field. And we are looking right now at Amanda Murphy, who is suiting up for the first time since coming back from an injury.
Yes, last year's block leader in the PUL. Very exciting player, getting blocks everywhere, all over the field. So we'll see what she'll be doing tonight.
Absolutely. We are noticing here that the Torch has brought a fairly small squad with them up from Austin for this first meeting. It looks like they mostly have an O-line, a D-line, and maybe a sub apiece. But they are going to be really looking to be efficient to be able to save their legs, I think, over the course of this game.
Yes, the coach was saying that since they are mathematically still in the championship, that's going to be tuning up their game to prepare themselves to beat Radiance at their hometown. Is it next week? I think it might be next week.
I think it is.
It's going to be a big goal, so I think they're eager to test their chops up against DC Shadow for that.
Yeah, and DC Shadow, I think the two keys for their game is going to be looking to be patient with the disc on offense. They've really proven that they can be a powerhouse with the disc, but they don't have to force anything. And so if they can be patient and really take care of business, I think they're going to be looking really good. So what about defense?
For defense, I think Amanda Murphy is the code word, but I think not just how she plays, but she also pumps her teammates up by working so hard on the field. She's just a very, very hard worker on the field. So I think that inspires others to play hard D, and that's part of her superpower. So
Absolutely. And for Austin Torch, it looks like for them executing their offensive sets and really being, again, efficient, looking to be careful and being able to run through their strategy is going to be a very important thing for them to be able to do with those low numbers.
yes, I think they had a rough game against Philadelphia Surge last week, and I think part of it was they were putting up longer shots, and Philly Surge is very tall, so
Yes, they are.
some of that was not working, and so I think they are looking to adjust a little bit and work on gelling as a smaller team, a smaller roster. That's one of their strengths, that you can gel more on the field.
Absolutely.
And
We are sort of in the later stage of this 2024 season, and DC Shadow, as we said before, has just been dominating. I think that they have not had a game that has been closer than 5 or 6 points over the course of their the season, and so they are looking to probably keep that point differential going throughout this game.
Yes, definitely. I think they they are looking to minimize the offensive errors, like self errors, I think, and
Yep.
pumping up. I mean, what Coach Egan was saying is that oh
So
sorry.
for Austin Torch, they have been 2-2, and they've had some big swings in terms of their performance.
Yes, they have won big against Atlanta, but then lost. That was a tough game last week, 2 weeks ago. I think it was. There was a lot of weather
Oh.
delays, and it was an away game, and it was a very tough game for them. But they came back the next day and won big in Nashville. So I think the spirits are high.
The spirits are high, and I think even though that they're facing a really strong opponent, that they have their heads up, that they are looking to get a lot of good reps in and see really what their systems can do against a strong DC team.
Yes, and obviously they don't have the hometown advantage, but I did meet Clara Stewart's parents who drove all the way from Boston to watch her play here. So
Yes.
they do have some Austin Torch fans in the stand, so I hope they can hear them.
Yes, and they said that the drive down from Boston was pretty good, which is on the East Coast, as I think many of us have seen. It can be quite the trip. So we're glad that they're here and supporting their player.
Both teams, please join today's head referee for the flip.
So
So this week, week 9, elsewhere in the country, Minnesota Strike is playing Philly Surge. Portland Rising is playing Monarchs. Strike is playing Gridlock. Rising is playing Indy Red, kind of finalizing the whole season. I think only the 4 top teams go. So
Yes.
each team is trying very hard to stay in the championship bracket, but the outlines are coming a little more clear now.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the one prevailing thread that we have seen is DC coming out on top. Although they were up in Portland last weekend, or in their last game on the road, and they let Portland get up 2 on them before they scored. And
That's
so
right. That's
I
right.
think that was the first time that DC had been at a deficit in the season. And we're now looking at the division standings, and we see right there Torch smack dab in the center.
That's right. With still a chance if they beat Radiance.
If they can beat Radiance next week, or if they can pull out a game against Shadow tonight. And Radiance with that 3-2 record, with their 2 losses being only to Shadow, with our 2 matchups against them, both home and away.
That's right.
And so we have some, again, in addition to Amanda Murphy, Beans coming back out on the field, we have the first appearance of
Tiara.
Yes, and so that is someone who we've been excited to see, and we'll be
Yes.
looking to see her impact on the field tonight.
She had an unfortunate injury which prevented her from playing before, but she's always been a contributor to the team, whether it's be in the media or social media, or in a lot of ways she's been a contributor. So
Yeah.
we're all looking forward to seeing her play.
And for those of you watching at home, some of those happy birthday balloons, is that Allie Wallace that
That's
I heard
right.
has a birthday?
And Cami Groom, 2 birthdays on the team today.
So I think they'll be looking to celebrate in a big way by coming out strong and making a really big impression on their first matchup against Torch. And so we're seeing the teams get together before the first poll. I'm sure that the coaches have a lot of strategy that they're trying to figure out. There is Tiara with the eye black, looking like a fierce competitor, which we know that she is. And so I'm very excited to see what sort of mark she leaves on today's game.
Yes, Coach Egan was saying that this is kind of the first time they play a team that is still in the contention, so they are, they're going to come out with a lot of intensity. So Shadow can't sit on it. They have to fight back with the same kind of intensity that looking to be in the contending spot team would bring to the match.
Absolutely. And I think for the most part, there's John Egan, our head coach, who's been a pivotal part of the DC Shadow program. This is his first year, though, as the head coach of the team. And so he's got a strong staff behind him.
He does. He has a big coaching staff this season. He was my old teammate.
Oh, really?
in
What team was
Ambiguously
this?
Gray.
Oh, great. Great. I'm sure it's exciting to see him behind the clipboard.
Super intelligent, super great player.
Yes, and so we are getting ready, it looks like, for the first poll. It looks like, based on
I see the disc on the torch side.
All right, so DC will be receiving this first pull. We've got a lot of noise happening in the stands, so it looks like a lot of people have shown up to this beautiful night here in Washington, D.C., which, as we were saying earlier, May has not been a friend to the Ultimate players.
It's been rainy every weekend, and now finally we have some beautiful weather.
Yes, I think we've all earned it, all the fans out here tonight. And so one of the things I think Austin Torch will be looking to do is to maybe like Portland, try to get up on DC early.
Yes.
DC has been a runaway train, and so if they get a couple breaks early on, they've been known to keep that cushion. And so Austin Torch really has to come out strong right away. They might even be looking to get that first break on defense to be able to get on that board nice and early and really sharpen their teeth against this DC squad. And here we go.
Here we go. First pull. I imagine Austin Torch will come in with a zone look, but let's see what they do.
They're hustling down to that first pull.
It's looking a little more person.
It's looking person, absolutely. And
It goes to Carolyn Normile, has a disc. Into the middle to Allie Wallace, the birthday girl.
I think she's Masters eligible now.
Oh, that's right. Back to Caroline Normile. Waves off.
Looking reset.
To Lisa Dang.
DC looking smooth as butter down there.
Yes. Mark Wilson. Oh, good catch from Allie.
Looking to run that end zone
Another
set.
reset.
Normile with that little fake.
Fake the hammer. But safely on the open side into the end zone.
And that is Marge Walker. Marge, who donated, we are having a fundraiser tonight for the DC Shadow, and Marge brought a beautiful loaf of homemade baked bread and some jam. And so
Yum.
those people who are here in the stands are able to bid on Marge's beautiful baked goods.
I think Kat Ritzman also baked something looking very yummy. So
Yes, we are.
everybody go to the merch tent and buy the baked goods.
Yes, we are celebrating Pride Month
There's
here.
Kat Ritzman right there.
Yes, and we are partnering with Smile out of Washington, D.C., who is a nonprofit that focuses on supporting queer and trans youth here in the D.C. area. And so we are honored to have them as our partner in this game. They have some information up at the merch tent, and so anyone who is in the stands can join. And it looks like we've got Jess Sourbeer looking to pull for DC Shadow.
That's correct. So let's see the Torch O-line going in.
Oh, it looks like we might have a call here on
Offsides?
the field. Can't quite see the hand signals, but it looks like they are going to be moving the disc down.
Timing-wise, it seems like an offsides, but
Well,
okay. Well,
I'm
I
not
guess
entirely sure
we
what
will
happened there.
we will never know. That's Clara Stewart in the center handling position, swinging to the sides, and Shadow coming in with a zone look
Yes, of their own.
of their own. Coming back to Clara.
It looks like they're going to really be trying to limit. Oh, there is a
She's
big
stretching
one.
the field. Oh, and she finds
And looking
Annie
to find the end
Ortiz.
zone. Looks like
Yes.
number 43.
Estes. Jamie Estes
Yes.
with the score.
Yeah, looking at making good use of the field there and looking to stretch everything out, get up and over that initial look from DC Shadow.
Yes, that was a very good throw from Clara Stewart. Her parents must be proud.
Yes, I bet they're cheering in the stands right now.
And Nikki Gilbert with the assist to Jamie Estes. So, Austin Torch immediately answers back.
Yeah,
This
that's
is-
a clean hold for them.
That's a very good start for them.
The coaching staff have to be happy with how that one played out.
Yes.
All right, so DC Shadow looking to receive on this third point here of the game.
Shirley with the pull for Austin Torch. She's a big thrower also with a big forehand flick.
Well, let's see if she brings out the flick on the pull. Nope, looking backhand. Classic. All right, pull is up. All right, and they're off to the races.
Jackie Wang with the center handling position. Over to Cami. Oh, it's a slight bobbling from Sammy, looks like.
All right. Oh, and there's a big look.
Immediate huck.
Oh, and I think that might have
Birthday
been.
girl. Oh, no.
Is that Lauren Johnson?
Oh, yes, that's Lauren Johnson. Lauren Johnson with the big block. Not in my house, she says.
So DC's back on the money.
Sammy Smalling with the disc. Oh,
Ooh,
over
close.
to Jackie. Back to Sammy Smalling again. Nice catch by Graham Cunningham.
Yeah, homegrown talent right there, right?
That's right. She was on my swing vote team.
Oh.
Oh.
Bit of an error there, but let's see if DC can get it back here
Beautiful
in the
grab
red
by
zone.
Maggie Roll.
Oh, there is it's sort of floaty, but
Oh,
it finds a receiver.
Nice job.
That is number 15.
That's Elise Frankie. Elise Frankie with the save. I was told that Maggie Roll, who got the D, is a big basketball player with big ups and good reaction, which she showcased right there.
So yeah, Torch has to be pretty happy with where they're standing right now.
Yes.
A break pretty early on in the game. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, first break goes to Austin.
And so we will be looking to see how DC responds. They are often not in the trailing position, and so they're going to be looking to keep their heads up and to be executing on their offensive strategies. Again, as we said at the top of the game, being patient with the disc and looking to maximize and optimize the resets and their downfield looks is going to be incredibly important as they try to get up on that leaderboard.
And Austin with the immediate attack. No hesitation. Jocelyn
right.
Jessup with the pull for Austin Torch. They're running down.
Right, we're picking
As
up.
Marge Walker picks up. Caroline Normile with the disc. Oop. Lisa Dang scoops it up. Oh, and another.
Uncharacteristic drops by DC tonight.
I think he was a little bit behind her.
Yes, I think that just didn't come quite where she had anticipated it being.
Bjork is looking for a reset patiently. Yes, and she finds it. Bjork has been with the team, center handler, captain, been with the team since its inception.
Yes, and is a coach of the Austin team Vengeance for the club season.
That's correct.
Where many of the Torch players will find their home this summer after the PUL drops off.
And Maddie Cannon, who used to play with DC Grit, she just moved to Texas and joined this team. She's a rookie, but not really a rookie. Unfortunately, an errant throw gives DC another chance to. Nice.
Big bid.
Nice big bid from Austin, but just short. And a big throw. Will Maddie get there? Oh,
she's going to be thinking about that one, I think, later on tonight.
Yes.
By that reaction. That is an unfortunate series of events for our birthday girl, Allie Wallace, but
she'll make up for it. She'll make up for it.
We have lots of game left, and
That's
so
right.
I'm sure she'll be able to get some major plays out there and put that out of her head. All right, we're
There was
walking
good
up.
pressure from Maddie, too. Maddie Cannon coming in.
Yes, absolutely. So a
So
lot of
now
work here.
Austin with another. I think, was that a block? It looked like maybe there was a little bit of a piece there.
It looked like it. It dropped a little bit strangely.
Yes. Lisa Deng gets around and another round throw. So DC Shadow maintains possession.
And that is
Claire France with the goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy point for DC, but they came out on top.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if they clean it up as the game goes.
Yes, it has been DC's defense that has really been able to ratchet up the points and make a lot of breaks to be able to. It does look like Marie Previer did get a finger on that disc, which caused it to sink pretty quickly.
And Marge
And
Walker.
that is a pretty around throw to Claire France and
by Walker.
from Marge Walker. And it looks like Claire France is painted up for this Pride game.
Yes. Looking fierce.
Yes. Fierce and colorful. We love to see it. All right, we got Jess Sourbeer on that pole.
Game 2-2. It's an exciting beginning for the game.
Yes, absolutely. I think that anyone who might have anticipated that DC would come out and roll might be thinking a little bit differently now that the game is tied up at 2s, but it's still early, and so
Early days. Claire Stewart picks up. And could there be, maybe it was another offsides?
maybe.
They're moving towards the middle of the field.
I would guess that is what happened based on the movement of the players. Oh, and there is Tyara, who is on the mark at the moment.
Oh yes, her first PUL game. Very exciting. Inside, a nice inside.
Florence Brooke on the marks, also a rookie who's had a huge impact on defense this season. And offense, actually, as well.
Maddie Cannon finds an outlet in Clara Stewart. Clara, big inside
To number 88.
to Maddie Easton. Oh, and Maddie picks it up. That was a very difficult catch, but Maddie Cannon, no problem.
Yeah, jumped right into that end zone like
Maddie Easton.
cannonball into a pool.
That's right. Maddie Easton to Maddie Cannon.
Maddie to Maddie point. I'm sure that's not the first time that this has happened
I'm
for
sure
them. This
that's
connection looks pretty like they've greased those wheels before,
very nice catch.
especially by that celebration there. It looks like they've met on the field a couple times.
Yes, I think Maddie Cannon has been a very strong addition to the team. All right,
All right, so
that's a nice
again,
hold.
Yeah, so Austin Torch remains up on this, and so DC is looking to come back with another hold, and then if they're looking to get the lead, they're going to have to get a break after that.
That's right.
All right.
It looks like DC has put their D line in to go and score.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mix-up here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've seen some different looks from John Agan this year in terms of the rotation, and it looks like that Paul might have gone out of bounds.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, went out of bounds very early, looks like.
Yeah, there is a short field for DC to play on here.
Jackie Wong picks up the disc. Cami Groom with that nice cut back. Give go, quick give go. Quick give go again. Sammy Smalling. It's a high disc, but Jackie reels it in. And then inside to Amanda Murphy.
That is a clean hold if I've ever seen one.
That's right. That's what we were looking for. They did get half the field gifted. But
This is true. This is true. So a lot of the work was done for them by the errant Paul, but they we've seen many a team in the red zone not be able to finish it out, and so I think
so
that
true.
They were able to really play clean and patient in that
So
set.
true. This was a nice catch by Jackie.
Yeah, high pointing there a little bit.
And Amanda Murphy, knowing that Jackie likes that inside.
She sure does. Yeah, Amanda Murphy making an impact for the first time here on offense rather than on defense than where we expected her to really make her presence known. But there's a lot of game left, and so we're looking forward to seeing some of those classic blocks that she has up her sleeve.
That's right.
So DC Shadow looking like they're chatting a little bit after that point, maybe going over some of the things that they are looking to really refine over the course of this game. We got a poll going up.
Let's see if Austin Torch can answer back.
Or if DC can get their break of the game.
Clara
and
Stewart gets it in the middle. Oh, it looks like it went a little too far.
Oh.
Marie Pervier catches it instead of an Austin Torch player. Lisa Dang with a disc. Looking to reset into the middle. Kat Ritzman, quick dishing. A little bit of a break onto the break side.
get into
Back
that-
into the middle with Marge Walker.
get into that
Lisa's
end zone
open,
set.
but she's looking for the break. A little more give go. Looks like Austin Torch is giving them a little bit of leeway. Oh, it was
Ooh.
a tight one.
Ooh, that player, that was a
Looks like
bit
she
of
was,
contact.
yes, I think it, Marie just ran away like nothing ever happened. Oh, there's a little bit of a poach going on. Nikki
All right.
Gilbert looking to poach, but couldn't quite make it. I hope she's okay. She was holding her shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of people to be rotating in, so hopefully that was just a bit of a shock rather than anything that'll be longer lasting.
So that's DC Shadow's first break. That was a nice catch
Marie
by Claire
Pervier
France.
to Marie Pervier.
So Claire France assists to Marie Pervier, getting DC Shadow their first break. So now it's one break on each side.
So we're back on serve.
We are back on serve.
And so we are looking to come here toward the latter part of the first quarter, and both teams have been pretty evenly matched. I think that they can both look to clean up some of their throws. We've seen some drops on both sides, but we're both getting into sort of their into their groove, I think, so to speak.
Yes, just sour beer with the pull. That's a better pull. And number 7, Shiru Liu with the disc.
Yeah, it looks like that sort of junky look, little zony junky. Huh?
Yes. I think DC's looking to disrupt their rhythm a little bit. Looking for the... Oh,
Ooh, that sneaked right past.
yes, Maggie Roll got it.
Looks
And
like they're
it
maybe
looks like
coming out into person now.
Elise Frankie with the disc. Now back to Maggie Roll. In the middle there.
Oh. That is a
Oh.
combo move by, I think that was Ellen Mueller and Jess O working in tandem to get that D.
Elise Frankie almost got the... Annie Ortiz with another amazing defensive attempt. Didn't quite get it. Jess Sauerbier with a big
Ooh.
look.
Looking for
It's
Ashley
floating. It's floating, but she...
Oh, looking like a foul is being called there. I think that is Summer Wilson on Austin Torch, and so let's see if we can't get a replay on that.
Oh, it's hard to tell.
Looks like they're gonna talk it out.
Looks like the observer confirmed the foul.
Yep, so it's gonna be, or Ashley Gentilette's disc on that end zone line. All right, so let's see how
Ashley's
the end
looking
zone
for a
looks.
reset. Big reset. Over to Jess O. Tiara gets it right on the end zone line. And an assist. Tiara's first assist in the PUL. That's very exciting.
That is very exciting. A nice little hip bump from Jess O.
That's right.
Love to see
To
it.
celebrate.
I think just outside of the box here, I hear Jess O's fan club, the O-Zone, going wild.
Yes.
They are the Baltimore crowd is a rowdy one, and they are in big support. They show out for Jess O.
She has a big fan base.
Yes, absolutely, and much deserving of one.
That's very correct. She's a very dynamic, fun player, not to mention a very fun person.
Yeah, absolutely. You played with Jess on Black Widows, is that right?
Yes, and some WAFC leagues as well.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, you were on the Fools Fest team together that won this year.
Yes,
is that right?
that's right. We won Fools Fest together.
And so we are.
That's Tiara. That's her first assist. Oh no, first assist. Yes, first assist in the PUL.
making her stat line debut. We love to see it.
Love to see it. And Jackie with the pull.
All right.
I think DC about now is looking to pull ahead. So let's see if Austin Torch can fight back.
Yeah, they're
Claire Stewart looking to Annie Ortiz. Unfortunately, Annie Ortiz was out of bounds. The line is a little bit deceptive. So that's a quick turn for Austin Torch.
looking
Jackie
reset.
Wong into the center. Amanda Murphy. Back to Emma Jones. There's a pick call on the field.
Players getting back into position.
It's very helpful for us when they make the hand signal.
That is my goal for my coaching of my club team this summer, is to get everyone to use the hand signals because it is important communication. Oh, a block. That was
Estes, yes, Jamie Estes. She's a very quick player.
Yeah, very nimble. All right.
Looking for Clara Stewart. Clara gets it. Looks like Maddie's running. She's gonna get it. Big layout from Maddie Cannon to save the disc. And she finds Estes, who is very prudent with the disc. Back to Clara Stewart. Clara's dictating with her fakes.
Ooh.
Oh, nice save. Observer calls it inbounds.
Ooh, that back
And
cone.
she finds Maddie Cannon. That was a highlight point for Maddie Cannon right there.
Yeah, it's been making a big impact on this game. That is the second goal for Maddie Cannon.
That's right.
So
And,
really recording some points on that stat line. Big layout there.
Big layout. And very calm afterwards, composed. Sometimes when you make a big layout, you know, the adrenaline is running and you can make a rash decision, but
Yeah, that conservation of greatness has
Right.
gotten all of us. So
but not Maddie Cannon.
no.
And that was a very nice touch throw from Clara Stewart to get around the defender to find her in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, sometimes that sneaky, if you just sort of leak back into the that part of the end zone, you can just curve the disc right around your that person who's playing defense and find a receiver back there.
Yeah, that was Jamie Estes now on the stat line with one block. That was very good defensive move.
All right, it looks like that's Shiru Lu.
Yep, with the pull. So that was the answer. They did answer back.
They did, yeah. And looks like they're gonna have to break back though to tie up this game.
4-5, very different from 3-6.
Yeah, that was a critical moment, I think, for the Torch in this game.
Yes, you don't want to go down big in the first quarter. So DC calmly moving the disc. Caroline Norma with the big. Oh, another unfortunate drop.
Yeah,
That's
we've
Marie
seen
Pervier.
a couple of them today. Very uncharacteristic of this DC team.
Another pick call, it looks like. Stoppage on the field. This is a break chance for Texas.
Yep, looking downfield. Moving right away.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah,
Errant throw. Marie secures it. That was Maddie Easton. Marge Walker.
Oh,
With the big around throw.
That was
Caroline
pretty.
Normile.
Marge Walker coming down with that disc like there was no pressure on her, even though she had two people right in her space. So, and then again, a really composed throw after reeling that in. And
Yes.
we are now at DC is up 6-4 on Austin Torch, and it is the end of the first quarter.
It was a bit of a missed opportunity for Austin Torch on the turnover.
Yes.
But I would say they are playing very well and hanging with the DC Shadow so far.
Absolutely, and I think if I recall correctly, they should receive at the
Marge Walker with 2 assists and a goal, leaving her mark on that first quarter there.
Yeah, she has been a stalwart handler on the DC Shadow, coming up a Wisconsin player, I believe.
That's right.
So from that Belladonna squad, and looking to finish out a graduate program, I believe, here in DC in the arts.
Okay, and that wraps up the end of the first quarter, so we are going into commercial. We'll see you on the other side. So we want to look at Marie Pervier here. She's a new player into the area. She played in Georgia.
Yes.
She was a big, huge player in the college scene, but making her mark already coming into DC with 1 goal and 2 blocks so far. So she's actually the block leader of the game so far.
Yes, we've had a lot of impact from the first-year players, and the coaches that I've had a chance to talk to have said and remarked upon how many contributions these first-year players are making to making Shadow really stand out over the course of the first 4 games. And now in the 5th game, we're seeing Previer do a lot of work for the team on defense.
Immediate impact. She's a very versatile player. She can play in the handler space if she needs to, but she's quick enough and fast. She's a great cutter as well. Smart player. So
yes, and I believe
we're lucky to have her.
Came in maybe a runner-up at Gold Team Nationals this year.
Oh.
Claire France was on the winning team, DC Shadow player.
It looks like they are trying a new offensive movement, almost looking Hicks-like in the movement.
Interesting.
Maddie secures the disc, even though there was a bit of a poach in the middle there. Getting back to Clara. Clara was a big player for Northeastern. She's very used to having be the person that gets the disc every other.
I wonder how she's transitioning from being in a place like Boston to somewhere hot. And you were talking to the coach of Austin and just talking about the conditions that these players have to play in the South.
With Jess O with the big D.
All right.
It was a throw to Elise Bjork, but
Gentilette.
big throw to Florence Brooks.
Not quite in the end zone.
Florence being very prudent.
Almost got looking for those bookends for Jesso, but could still come. Up.
And Florence with another rookie on the team.
Yes.
She was on the Team I Coach agency, just played spectacularly at tryouts, and now is playing Shadow.
Yeah, we love to see the rise of Florence Brooks here.
Yes.
Big fan favorite here in the stands as I hear some chanting for Flo, as it were.
15 is the hero.
Oh yeah, that was a great, beautiful block, great run through by Jess O there.
Kind of anticipatory.
Yeah, very heads up.
She read the movement. She's like, that's where it's gonna go, and I'll be there first.
Yeah, sometimes if you just catch the right telegraphing of a throw, you can make your move and get that that D.
An old player in Baltimore once told me, if you always play great offense, you always get the disc, whether it's offense or defense. And
I like that. All right.
Jackie Wang with the big pull. Now Austin Torch needs to answer back again.
Yeah, this is the biggest deficit that we've seen in this game so far, and so they need
big
to
around from Shirley. And a kick block from Sammy Smalling.
That's going to get the crowd jazzed up right there. Oh, man. Sammy with the disc again.
Sammy with the disc. Amanda Murphy looking, calmly waiting. Pick called. Another pick call. Looks like it was called on Cami Groom.
All right. Looks like we're back in motion.
Jackie saves the disc. It was very low. Back to Amanda Murphy. Cami Groom. That was a good roll move by Austin Torch to prevent the upline.
A lot of small space work here.
Yes. Cami to Jackie to Cami again. To Jackie, back again. To Amanda Murphy all alone. Patiently waits. Amanda Murphy back again. Cami is all alone now.
This is a very patient red zone look.
To Amanda. Cami Groom assist. Amanda Murphy. That was
two.
Second goal.
Yep.
For Amanda.
2.
Beans, as we call her.
Yes, better known as. Yeah, let's get a look at that foot block. Oh! Sammy Smalling, who is one of the captains for DC Rally, the
That's
top
right.
mixed team here in Washington, D.C.
Another rookie for the rookie contingent is very strong, I must say.
Absolutely, and it's great to see that influx of talent. With DC Shadow having sort of the typical amount of turnover, I think, and any team sees with moving and people taking breaks, but the class that has really come up to fill up all those gaps has been making a profound impact on this team this year.
And the energy that the newer players bring is something special to a team, I feel like.
Absolutely.
It's like rejuvenates a team and makes everybody play better, so that's great.
Got to keep things fresh.
All right. Now Texas is down 4 points. I'm sure they're thinking about how to fight back now.
Absolutely. We got Carolyn Normal on the pole.
Another very versatile player.
And one of our veterans on this team
Yes.
has been holding down the DC Shadow program for a number of years. I believe since its inception, although I couldn't be sure.
She's another player who can play anywhere on the field and excel. Clara Stewart coming in to the middle of the field for the brick. She's asking her reset to move. Quick lefty, forehand, backhand.
DC really pinning them in the backfield here.
Nice around to escape that. Annie Ortiz resets it back to release Bjork.
Wide swing.
Wide swing gets it open.
Not a lot of downfield movement here.
Not
for
a lot of
this.
DC movement. Claire Stewart, it's a nice around. It's a little low.
Yep. And so DC forcing that turnover.
You could feel the defensive pressure growing.
Sort of ratcheting up. When you're on the field and that's happening to you, you can feel it. It's
Yes.
a little suffocating.
Yes. And the throws become harder and harder.
Yeah, the mental game and that sort of pressure that a team like DC can exert is just as important as the physical pressure that a team like this can put on,
Yes.
on their opponent.
You could tell that the downfield and the resets were getting separated more and more, and the pressure was getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, stranding the handlers a little bit in that backfield
Yeah.
space.
Ali looking for a big one. Oh,
Right down the
just
center.
past the defender's hand. Right into the center to Claire France.
Hall on the field.
Claire France, one of the fewer now travel players for DC Shadow.
Yes, all the way out of KC.
That's right. Another chance, break chance for DC. There's still plenty of room left in the second quarter.
Absolutely. We're only about not quite halfway through.
Over to Marge Walker. Lisa Dang.
Loses the hat.
Loses hat. Oh! Looks like it hit the turf a little bit earlier.
Tell him Austin now. Austin.
All right, so back in the saddle for Austin on offense.
Claire with a nice break.
And we can get ready for
Jamie Estes.
All right, puts it up.
Oh, and Ali, that looks like Ali Wallace got a hand on that.
I think so. Wouldn't want to contest Allie Wallace in the deep space.
No.
Oh, and then Allie sends it deep herself.
And
All
Claire
right.
France runs it down.
That's another one on the board for Claire France, am I correct?
That's correct. Goal. And Ali's first assist.
All right.
Marge Walker. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like. I don't think we talk about bookends, and I've wanted to sort of figure out another term for when you get the block and then the assist.
I heard we used to call that double happiness.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how common that is, but we used to call it double happiness.
Yeah, I've also been on the other side of things where you are the person who gets blocked, and then the person who blocked you scores. And we
Yes.
used to call that a walrus.
Walrus, right?
Yes.
Walrus, yes. Sad walrus.
Sad
is what I've
walrus,
heard.
yes. So,
And that happens more often than you think, because a lot of times for a split second you freeze,
Yes,
and your
and then
person just runs away.
and unfortunately, it has happened to me more than I would like to admit here on the broadcast.
Let's not talk about that.
We don't need to talk about
We don't
that.
need to talk about that. Just sour beer with the pull. As DC extends its lead to 5. That's the biggest lead in the game so far.
But maybe not the biggest lead that we'll see. We have to see how Austin comes back after this.
DC back in its zone game. Ooh, maintaining. Oh no, it's called out. That's unfortunate because that was a very good. That was a very good try to save
Stay on 3.
by
Very good
Gabby
attempt.
Quina.
Very narrow window, though, there
Yes.
on the sideline.
Yes.
Nice.
Maggie roll on the mark.
So it wasn't game action. That was good.
That's a good mark. Trying to.
Yep,
Make
just
that
O
round
getting
hard.
forced out.
That was a little bit high for Tiara. DC hands it back.
Looking for a big gainer right away. Oh,
Oh,
that's a nice
yes,
around.
that's a very nice around. And they maintain hold. That was an important hold for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, DC, when they get off to the races, they get
0.
that bit in their teeth and they can just run away with the game. And so Torch has to slow the momentum or else get left behind in the dust.
Looks like that was Gabby Quina with the score. She has been making huge defensive layouts, layout block attempts all over the field.
I'm sure she'll connect on one of them. I don't think we've seen one necessarily make the connection yet, but oh, that is such a nice throw from
Yes.
Shiru Liu.
Oh no, it's double 0. It's double 0.
Oh wait, Gabby Quina was the assist.
Okay, don't worry about it. It was double 0. It's my fault. That was my fault.
So that was a very important hold for
It was Maggie roll.
Torch, I think,
Yes, and so now we're
to
going
stop
be
the slide. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
and they've gotten some breaks on DC Shadow, so they should go in with the mindset that they're going to break this one.
Absolutely. And I think the thing that we have seen is really the teams that have been able to convert on their break chances. It's not that we've seen it with Nashville, we saw it with Portland, we've seen it with Raleigh. It's not that these teams don't have break opportunities. It's just they haven't always been able to convert.
That's correct.
And so if they can really make sure that that defense offense, as it were, can play hard, then but first they have to get the disc back if they're going to get a break. So all right.
Lauren Johnson,
Oh, we got another pick call on the field.
Privacy,
Another
1
pick call,
second.
another-
1 second, Carl.
stoppage.
Okay, correct. You can go back. You
And
can go back.
Jackie
Returns. Jackie with the low inside. Cami Groom assist to Sammy Smalling.
with that little weave spike there between the legs. Quite the celebration.
That's Cami Groom's second assist of the game.
Cami is another player who can do it all from pretty much anywhere on the field, and so just an all-time threat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stay
Zoom
with her.
Zoom Cami Groom, as they call her.
Yes, absolutely.
Sammy Smalling, captain of Raleigh.
Okay, stay with her.
Very strong player.
And Jackie, captain of DC Shadow.
That's right.
So we got some captain-to-captain conversation happening right there. Love to
with
see it. Always love to see the leadership in the
They're still talking about her.
women and
Still talking about her.
non-binary players that we have. We see also Ava Turner there on the screen, who
talking
is
about
a YCC coach, I believe.
Yes.
And so the investment,
Okay,
I think,
take
in the
it.
community.
Another swing vote alum.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, we love to see the commitment here from all of the players into the youth and college teams. We've got a number of coaches and here represented on the team, and so
All right, as DC extends its lead again to 5 points. Carolyn Normile with the pull.
That's great.
Score is now 10-5 with 4.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Elise Bjork with the disc. Resets it over to the other side. Oh, super big D attempt by Kat Ritzman,
came flying in there.
my fellow coach for swing vote.
Speaking of coaches there, yeah,
Yeah.
Kat has a huge impact on the youth community. Is a very invested volunteer
Yes.
in the area.
Very deep style
Oh,
as
that's a little high. Can she keep it in?
No, it
No.
looks like,
It was a great attempt. Really nice try.
yeah, I believe that was Summer
well. No,
Wilson.
don't take it. Don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, not the replay though.
All right, looks like Marge is going to pick up the disc here.
Mudge rocking the Red Sox today.
Yeah.
Lisa Dang to Ali Walker. The two have been playing together for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely. They really know each other and each other's styles and
Yes.
what they can anticipate from in terms of looks for each other.
Ali was looked like she was running long for her for a second, but now Lisa releases it. Can Maddie get it? Oh, Marie gets it.
That was a huge up.
It was
and
a
the
huge
crowd
up.
goes, oh, there is a call on the field for a travel. They are waving it off.
Oh.
Yep, I'm seeing arms from the observers. It looks like that is going to go back.
Travel. That's the hand signal for travel. Oh, the crowd is.
Signaling their discontent, I think. But we have observers, and we are going to send it back.
Just missed the crowd. Damn.
So
Well, the truth of the matter is, many of us do travel.
this is true.
Although, if you're not going around the corner to cheat your defender, it's a hard one. Oh, it's a miscue.
All right,
Miscue.
so
now,
now-
change of fortunes. Bjork with the disc.
Oh,
That's a nice catch from Estes.
a lot of pressure there from Ritzman.
Oh, it looks like there's a timeout might have been called. Oh, something is happening.
Coach, Kimball.
Yeah, it looks like a timeout is being called. It looks like maybe the Austin Torch is going to try to take advantage of the opportunity to
Three
put their
timeouts.
O-line on the field.
Yes.
And
So
let's
this is
punch it in.
this is a PUL rule where when a timeout is called, the coach can also call a timeout from the sideline, and when it's called, they can change the entire line or as many of the line as they want.
Absolutely. Man, that was, we saw a replay there of a great catch from Summer Wilson. And this, again, a great catch by Marie Previer that was reeled back in. But,
Okay, we're gonna have to.
you know,
we're
she
gonna
can keep that in her
coach.
personal highlight reel. I
That's
think.
right. That's true.
You know, we can live in those moments even if they didn't necessarily take place. And this is Austin Walker, the head coach, Austin from Austin, as it were. And we've got he is
Austin
here
from Austin.
representing the coaching squad for the Torch this week. And
This is a long way to come for a Texas team, so
absolutely,
I can understand if not everybody can make it.
yeah, which is probably why this
Liu
is
with the huge forehand, but it looks like Ashley is there before.
Genelette is
turn.
not someone who, again, I would want to.
Oh, but a kick.
I think
that was
another
like a
foot block. Oh, scoop over the top.
Oh no!
Swatted away.
That was unfortunate.
Close.
Amy Broom with the ill-fated scoober, was it?
I think it was. Yeah, Erin McCann, I think, got the better of that one.
Jackie Wong restarting it for DC Shadow. Oh, and Marie saves it in the end zone. That would have been a very unfortunate turn in their own end zone. Ashley's going to look big.
Ashley does tend to look big. Jesso, keep this in.
Oh,
yes.
Jesso with the catch. And Cami Groom safely secures it.
Oh, and this is big excitement from the DC Shadow fans and family and the team.
That was a point filled with lots of drama
Yes,
in
absolutely.
both end zones.
Yes, and that ate away a lot of the clock as we are now just
Four
inside
replays.
of 2 minutes with just inside of 2 minutes for this half. So, oh, look at that. That was a replay of that foot block. We've had
Yes,
two.
that was a very good block by Gabby Guina.
And then there's airing it out from Gentelette, just
Yes.
big in the air and acting very calm under pressure.
Very calm under pressure.
Yep, and this that
The
nice
Jesso
smooth
fans going
back-
crazy.
Smooth backhand right to Zoom Cami Groom. Oh, there we got Allie Wallace again, celebrating her birthday here, and I believe she brought some former kits of hers to donate to the Smile raffle that's happening here today. All right, we are back looking at Austin Torch on offense.
Austin Torch wanting to answer back now. Bjork with the disc.
Some sagging in the lane there.
Resetting for Clara Stewart. Saves the disc with a big layout. Handing it over to Jamie Estes.
Really pinned into that backfield here on this. Getting some momentum there, though. on
Now,
that.
now getting some momentum. Maddie Cannon looking for a reset. Jocelyn Jessup is there. To Jamie. Back to Jessup.
Working those around.
They're working, they're working the disc very well. And Bjork airs it out. Can she get over the Graham Cunningham with the D.
Who scored? Oh, nobody. Great chance.
Off to the races, Cami Groom, Amanda Murphy. Cami airs it out. Looking for, and that was good defense from Nikki Gilbert.
Lauren Allen just not quite able to get the disc.
Yes, 7 for the quarter. Yeah. So in the PUL games, when the time runs out, if you have possession of the disc, you can keep playing until you score. So now I think the clock has run out, but if Torch can maintain possession, not turn it over, they can score. York patiently working it.
Their downfield cutters are a little bit far away from. It looks like they're
Yes.
having to make a lot of movement to reach. Oh, and that is a miscalculation.
Now that is the end of the second quarter.
Yes. Looks like there's some heavy breathing happening. Probably feeling pretty tired out there. I'm sure they're looking forward to a break here at the halftime.
There's a bit of a missed opportunity again for Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Okay.
tease the interview.
Okay,
Going
we
in
are
there.
going into halftime now, and we will have interviews with both coaches for your
First is
viewing
gonna be
pleasure.
Agan.
First coming up is the DC Shadow coach, John Agan.
Champion Show. Champion Show. soul. Champion soul.
Field for Lane's interview with Coach
Good.
John Agan.
Hi, everyone. I'm here with DC Shadow head coach John Agan. And John, how are you feeling coming out of the first half?
Pretty good overall. We're trying to work on things and get ready for the rest of our season, get ready for the second half. And I think people are a little jittery, but we're kind of trying to channel that energy into being as productive as possible.
Yeah, you mentioned some jitters. There were some uncharacteristic drops that I think we've seen from some of the players that just really aren't what we are used to seeing. And so what do you hope to do to get the team's mental game back where it needs to be?
Yeah, we know that mistakes are part of the game, and really what matters most is how we respond to them. So when these things happen, that we need to figure out how to either learn from it or just put it behind us and focus on playing the best ultimate we can moving forward, because that's how we will keep winning games.
Absolutely. Mental toughness is, I think, a hallmark of the DC Shadow team. And what other things have you worked on this season in terms of getting the team really focused and able to get to the point where they can drive home the second half of this particular game?
Well, we've had the opportunity to play in a lot of different weather conditions. You know, this wind is kind of some of the nicer weather we played games in so far this season. So getting ready to play different ways and kind of shrink the number of surprises we have, and know that when we step on the field, almost anything that's going to happen we've seen before and we've kind of done some preparation for, and we're ready to get through it together.
All right, thank you so much. Well, we'll go back and we'll have an interview with the Austin Torch coach coming up.
Thanks.
And we are going into halftime. John
Champion soul.
And we are back again at the field with an interview with Coach Austin from Austin Torch.
I'm down here on the field with Austin Walker, the coach of the Austin Torch, and I wanted to just get a general sense. How are you feeling coming out of the first half?
I think we did a lot of things well. I think our pressure defense was really working, notably our handler defense, locking up and staying tight and pressuring their resets. I think that offensively, we just need to be a little bit more consistent and execute on some simple throws. The defense DC's kind of throwing us off, but we're going to work through it.
So as you're ramping up, you still have a potential berth to the championship weekend. What's going on in your mind as you are trying to work through some of the things that DC is throwing at you to have that bigger goal in mind?
Well, this game is a really big test for us. I hear all the crowd talking about DC going to championship weekend, so it's a good test for us to play some really high caliber program and high caliber players. So it's a great pressure test or barometer for our players' skills, and that'll serve us well as we go into that last game, making sure that we are ramped up for the game speed needed to beat Raleigh.
And we know that it's a big trip to come all the way up for Austin, so we're so glad that you're here. And we know that you don't have a huge squad with you. So how is the team feeling? How are you looking to make sure that your athletes are staying as fresh as they can be throughout that second half?
Well, the whole season we've had a mentality of, if the O-line gets broken, another line comes on. So we have 14 to 16 people, depending on nagging injuries and stuff. And so we're just going to keep running out people every time, and they're going to continue earning their reps and playing hard.
All right, great. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the second half.
Thank you.
All right. We are at Discraft. Is Ultrastar is the official disc of the Premier Ultimate League. Discraft, the world leader in disc sports. And this live broadcast of the Premier Ultimate League is brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate Apparel. Go to breakmark.com to place your next custom team order or check out the PUL Athlete Collab shops. So we are going into the second half with DC Shadow leading 11-5. Austin Torch looking to turn the game back around, but starting on defense, so they'll have to get a couple of breaks in order for that to happen. The pull goes up. Lisa Dang with the disc, doesn't like what she sees downfield, resets to Marge Walker, coming across to Marie. Marie resets back to Lisa in the middle. Kat Ritzman into the middle to Ali Walker. Ali Walker fakes deep. Resets. DC Shadow with a very patient offense so far. Marge around to Marie. Marie, another break throw to Claire France. Quick score for DC Shadow. Claire France with the third goal of the game. That's a lot of nice arounds from the DC team. Marie Pervier putting another notch on her stat sheet. Claire France, that's her third goal. Making her mark on the game so far. So DC with an easy hold. Not exactly what Austin was looking for, but now Austin can just put that behind them and go for a score. Jess Sourbeer with the pull. It looks like Austin Torch made full effort to stop the roll. Claire Stewart in the center.
Wide reset.
Nice around. Jocelyn Jessup.
Oh.
Unfortunate errant throw. Hits the ground. So DC Shadow with another break chance. Jess Sourbeer comes. Gilbert on the mark. Gentilette with the big forehand. Airing it out. Looks like it's going to work.
I believe that's Erin McCann.
Erin McCann with the score. That's her first score of the game, I think.
Her first part, or did she get a block earlier? I was gonna say she wasn't on. I was gonna say she is on the stat line somewhere. We are looking to see the largest lead right now with 13 from DC Shadow and 5 from Austin Torch. So we are seeing Aaron McCann there, the score from the last play. And we are now teaming up with Florence Brooks, again, with the eye black. I think that primarily was a signature from Jess O, but looks like it has made its way out to a number of the other Shadow players. And we are back on the field. DC Shadow PUL.
DC looking to extend its lead further. Austin Torch fighting back. They need to score a couple more this quarter.
Oh.
As I say that, and it's
Valiant effort, but
valiant effort to save it. But it hits the turf first. Amanda Murphy goes up for the disc. Tells Sammy, gain some yards. Looks like there's a pick call.
Yep, that's what the hand signals are like. Again, an encouragement and a call to all the coaches out there, all your captains, to be teaching your players the hand signals. It makes everything a little bit easier to see when you're working off the field.
It looks like it was Sydney Loughran who was picked. Emma Jones, another rookie on the team. Sending it back to Jackie.
Uh-oh. Looks like a call on the field. Looks like a foul call, perhaps.
Looks like Cammie
might have gotten tripped up. Looks like it is
contested.
Uncontested.
Yes, the hand signal was uncontested. Elise Frankie. Graham looking for a reset.
Oh, that
things have slowed down a little bit on the field, but
that little IO that Jackie gets so low to the ground for. All right, looks like we got another call on the field.
Looks like another pick call, or maybe there's so much communication on the field that some of the players sometimes think that there is a pick. Oh, no, maybe it was a pick.
Actually a pick.
It's going back.
And so are all the players to where they last were on the field when the pick was called.
So the disc is back in Jackie Wang's hands. Emma Jones. Oh, another pick.
Another pick, or maybe a
violation?
Violation
Of the start.
I was going to say a false start, but that's not exactly what it was. So. All right, here we go.
Wait, it's still called. Perhaps they're saying that they didn't go back to exactly where they were. It's a little bit of a series of false starts here.
Getting back to the game. All right.
It's a good reset. Oh, Graham knew exactly what Jackie wanted. Amanda's open there, but
skinny window there.
Maybe it was a good non-throw.
Cammie can always get open in some small spaces, but
and Amanda Murphy brings it down. That was a very good catch.
For her third point of the game.
That was not an easy catch.
Absolutely not, no, but Amanda Murphy is an impact player who can make difficult things happen when they need to happen. So, yeah, a lot of some contact there.
Yeah, there was a good try from Summer Wilson.
I wouldn't want to have to guard Amanda Murphy myself.
No,
so I give
neither.
anyone who has to take that job a lot of credit.
So that's another break for DC, extending the lead to now 14-5. They're starting to run away with it a little bit in this third quarter.
Absolutely, and I think DC is known, has been known for being able to really beat these cushions, and so the opportunities for breaks or holds even when Torch gets them, they really have to manage those well.
Once you hand them a break, it's hard to get it back, so Let's hope Torch will be able to maintain possession.
All right,
Carolyn
here we
Normile
go.
with the pull. There's plenty of time in the game left.
Yeah, Torch could certainly, if they make a run, they could certainly bite into this lead quite a bit. There is nothing that I am seeing from their play that doesn't mean that they can't connect. They're not doing anything that is jumping out to me as problematic.
Yes. Maddie Cannon with the initial cut.
Although, as I say that, I'm thinking that their downfield is still looking quite deep from their handlers,
Yes.
which is something that I've noticed over a couple of points here.
There also could be, Maddie Cannon is open, but thrower doesn't see her. 69 Jamie Estes, back to Claire Stewart.
Yeah, the SAG defense is working pretty effectively to limit the movement of the disc downfield.
Yes.
Although, as I say that,
Oh, unfortunate. Incomplete throw. Kat Ritzman immediately picks it up. Marge.
a little miscommunication there, I think.
Miscommunication. I think, was that to Carolyn Normile?
Maybe, I think so. Oh, up it goes. I was going to say the
Maddie Cannon calls a foul.
calls a foul. Had position there, I think, but I wasn't close enough to see sort of the play on the disc there. Let's see the replay here.
That was a big throw from Annie Ortiz.
Oh, yeah, it looks like there
that-
might have been some contact
There
there.
might have been a little bit of pushing there.
Talking it out here. Observer looks like they probably had a pretty good eye on the play. Yep.
He's calling it a foul.
All right, so this will be Maddie's disc on the
End zone line.
end zone line.
I think it was because it was from the back.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Sort of that over the top sort of movement. All right, let's see what Maddie
She's
Cannon
calling
can do.
for Nikki. Marie stops Nikki.
Ali putting a lot of pressure on that, sort of hanging on in that space.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe they can get it back again. Nikki Gilbert with a good mark.
Lisa Dang looking.
Elise Bjork covering. Marge Walker sends it to Carlin Normile.
Who was unmarked.
Unmarked. Oh, two shadow players there. Prudently. Claire Front is open, but
So is Ali Wallace.
so was Ali Wallace. That was unfortunate for. That was very good defense from DC Shadow in the end zone.
Absolutely, a lot of pressure there. Not looking to make sure that there wasn't a stone unturned, so to speak. And then great movement on DC Shadow's part. Once they got the disc, they would just
The
sort of-
counterattack. The counterattack was very fast.
That is something that we see quite a bit from DC Shadow, is they are able to move on those fast breaks and take advantage of the other team being on their heels a bit.
There's birthday girl Ali Wallace with 1 assist, 1 goal, 1 block.
Do we have a name for that when we hit all three,
I don't know.
besides a full stat
That's
line?
a good question. There should be a word.
Yeah, we should figure this out. Everyone out there in the PUL universe, if you're listening to this is a call for a term for getting those 3 stats.
It is a sign of a very well-rounded player.
Yes, absolutely, and Ali is certainly one of them.
Now DC extends its lead to 10 as the score is now 15-5 DC versus Texas. Texas fighting to get back into the game. Oh, Lisa, not Lisa.
Shirley.
Shirley catches it but drops it on impact with the ground.
Yeah, and I think that they really can't afford to make mistakes on these little you know, they have to really
Execution errors, yeah.
be very deliberate, be very intentional.
Oh, and
Oh.
as we say that, there's a telling her to go deep, but it's important to score here. So let's see if Atlanta can.
Oh, Maddie Easton, I believe.
Oh, that's unfortunately just a little bit far for Maggie Roll, and Maggie Roll is in pain. Looks like a shoulder.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe need a minute down on the field to let that player get
Oh,
And there's that bid that just into the hands of Shirulu, but also then right back out
Yes.
upon contact. Hearing some clapping, so
Oh.
hopefully that's a hard landing.
oh,
there
she
for-
landed right on her shoulder.
So, yep.
Oh,
Okay.
she's back on that one tough player there.
Yeah.
She's trying to shrug it off.
Well, we do have the athletic trainer hopefully on this island, so
Yes.
hopefully the
Maggie
player will
Roll. She was
checked out.
played previously on Columbus Pride. All her teammates say she's a beast on the field. So
Yeah, it's been interesting to see where the Pride players have ended up with the team not being active this season.
Now DC Shadow with another counterattack. Nicely reeled in.
Ellen Mueller with the disc, another DC rally captain.
That's right. Just looking for her options.
Looking for a reset. Another gainer to Ellen Mueller.
It's a pick.
A lot of picks in this game.
A lot of picks in this game. Testament to how much the players are running.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they're maybe talking about the count.
Yes.
Unsure where it's coming in on.
Quickly coming to an agreement. That is good defense from Maddie Easton. Trying to prevent the upline. DC moving it. Tiara. Oh, but another pick call.
Looks like it's going back.
So the disc is back in Jess O's hands. Gabby Guino telling Tiara that, yes, you were a little bit ahead of me.
But maybe a violation.
Start. Early start.
Early start is going to be my guess. All right, looks like we're going to try this again. One more time. Hopefully just one more time.
Maddie Easton on the mark. Trying to prevent an easy throw. Just Sourbeer with the disc. Heading over. Looking for a reset, looking for a reset. Austin playing hard D.
Yeah, they're fighting in there. And we got one going up.
Another. Oh! Just so thinking about it, not calling it, not calling a foul. Maggie Roll with a tough defense.
I was going to be wanting to get that back. With the disc likely coming to Easton at some point, O will likely get a chance to try to earn it back too. So,
Oh, a timeout was called. Looks like a timeout was called by the coach.
looks like maybe this is another opportunity for the O-line to come out and do some work, or maybe
Yes.
just to freshen up the legs.
It
I mean,
was-
this is not a short point.
That was a long point with many turnovers. So that was a good call, I would say, on the part of Coach Austin.
Yep, looking like he's giving some cues to the players.
Although with 16 players, it's not as if he has a very large.
No, not a huge pool to pull from, but if you can mix it up when you can, it seems like a good idea. It might be an opportunity for Shadow to do the same. Although it looks like the way Coach Agan is talking to the players doesn't look like anyone's going to be coming off. Looks like they're ready to go back out.
I agree.
All right, looks like they're getting
think-
set up.
I think
Offense
he's
is
telling
set.
them, I trust you to do it. So Elise Bjork with the disc. Coming in, I think Clara Stewart must be in too. There's Clara Stewart. with the disc. Over to Nikki Gilbert. Back to Bjork, and Bjork airs it out.
Oh, and reeled in.
Reeled in by Jocelyn Jessup, who then resets
Looking, a lot of cuts all at once.
to Jamie Estes over to Gilbert. Maddie Thomas.
It
Oh,
looks
but
like definitely a pick was called there.
Jamie Estes is there as the reset, being covered by Ashley Dentelette.
Looking for that around, sealed.
Oh, with uncharacteristic.
Yeah. Again, it's sort of those details,
Yes.
those little things that they can't afford to.
Oh my goodness, that might be a hard one to connect.
But they've got now Austin Torch working their whole way down the field again.
That's true,
So,
almost the entire field.
and we are coming right to the end of the third quarter here. It looks, my guess is going to be that Torch is going to have the last possession of this quarter here.
Yes, the Torch can take their time and just try to maintain possession and score.
Yep,
That's
the
the
clock
end.
goes off.
Clock goes off, but as it goes, they can keep possession. They just need to score.
Oh, and that's a nice
Ashley.
block.
Ashley gets it back.
And so we are 15 DC Shadow 5X Austin Torch here at the end of the third quarter.
That was a very long point without anyone scoring.
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. Ate a lot of the clock up. So we are. There's
Okay,
another
So these are the
another look at
replays
that.
from that long dramatic point
with no score.
with no score. Unfortunate for both teams. Ashley Gentilette with the big, and we are going into commercial. End of the third quarter. Coming back onto Carlini Field, going into the fourth quarter. Quick check-in with Maddie Cannon, who has 2 scores for Austin Torch tonight. She is a former DC Grit player, very strong player, strong cutter,
Just a real powerhouse on the field overall.
never stops, never stops. She moved out to Texas very recently, joined this team. She said she's played with 3 PUL teams in 3 years, so she's a constant rookie. But she's not playing like a rookie.
Absolutely not. No, out there making a lot of impact, like someone who is had the time to build chemistry with the rest of the players on the field.
She's just a very tough player all around, always working hard.
And that's what they're going to need to do in this fourth quarter. They have 12 minutes to really put in the work, to grind back, to put DC's momentum to a stop. But what we've seen in the past is that once DC has gotten out ahead by this much, it is very hard to curb their speed.
I think, as the coach was implying, at this point it's more important not to focus so much on the score, but to focus on executing their game in preparation against their game against Rally Radiance on June 8th. because
Yes.
that might be the deciding, that will be the deciding game whether they make the championship bracket or not.
Absolutely. And I know that based on our conversations earlier today that they are very much hoping to be able to stay in contention and get that playoff berth. But DC is also looking, I mean, they are, while they are at the top of the stands and they'll be, they do have one more game left on the road against Atlanta Soul. And so they will be looking to make sure that they keep their undefeated streak. I believe that that Atlanta, oh, we got a big one going up.
With the big throw, but Jackie is there.
And moving it right away.
Yeah, the counterattack is very quick. Emma Jones with the disc on the line.
Maybe looking to get it off that sideline a little bit. Or not.
Or not. So to Cami Groom coming back in. Amanda Murphy.
They are
Cami,
just moving in
Amanda
flow.
Murphy in the end zone.
Number 4 for Amanda Murphy, I believe. Really, again, we said at the top of the game that Amanda Murphy was going to be a key to the game on defense. And, hey, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Am I right?
That's right. That's right. Truer words were never spoken.
So, but as I was saying, they are going to be DC will be going up against Atlanta Soul. Atlanta Soul is 1-4 in the South, or across both divisions. And so DC will be looking to make sure that they keep their undefeated streak alive on the road should they win tonight. And then they'll be looking to Philly for the PUL championship game.
That's right.
And we've got Amanda Murphy here again with those 4 goals, talking to Emma Jones, looking maybe to...
Maybe she's making a conversion to O-line player.
Oh, that would be
This
that
would be her
a,
appeal game.
yeah, yeah. She could make a big case, I think, off of it today. She's
That's
been
right.
finishing really strong in the end zone. And it looks like they're having a little post-point chat, but... yeah, a lot of these players, as many of the PUL teams happen, a lot of these players will go on to play together this summer in club. And so I'm sure Amanda Murphy will continue to have a lot of connections with players on this field as the season moves from PUL into the USAU club season.
Allie Wallace with the pull.
Oh, lockdown defense down here.
Lockdown defense.
Yep, and sort of
Yeah,
still,
couldn't keep it in the sideline.
again, some of these smaller
It's a
errors really making it difficult for Austin to generate any momentum downfield.
It seems like once they look off one throw, it gets really difficult to recover. That up line just a little bit far.
Austin moving right away. Oh, moving big.
Moving big.
Oh, that is a great grab.
But Carolyn Normile says, no, not in my house. Claire France trying.
Oh.
Oh, nice try from Austin. It's Maddie Easton with the D attempt. They're certainly still working and running hard.
They're running hard, but I do think I'm
Yes.
seeing some signs of fatigue from the Austin players. They're not looking quite as sharp, quite as crisp. And we got a big throw going up.
From Allie Wallace.
And that is bookends from Carolyn Normile.
That's right. I think that was why she was really looking to throw it there. Allie's birthday present.
Yeah,
Carolyn Normile.
love to see it. Love to see. Okay, and so DC is up 17-5 over Austin. And DC really, again, capitalizing on any mistakes that Torch has been making.
That was a very good read on the disc by Carolyn Normile. It looked like it was going to Vanessa Bacorn.
Yeah, and those bookends just making it look easy.
Working hard on the field, Carolyn Normile.
Yeah.
The parents are right next to us outside in a big tent.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. That's a hallmark, I think, of the games here at Carlini Field is seeing that tent out there. Although they're not needing it quite right now because the
That's
sun
true.
has set and it is a very pleasant night here in DC.
Gorgeous night. Gorgeous night to play Ultimate.
There is a kind of a swirly breeze out there that I felt when I was down on the turf at halftime, and so the disc is doing some weird stops, and so I think that might be contributing to some of these miscues that we're seeing. The little misses that are.
Good roller pull from Jess Sauerbier. Clara loudly calling for the frisbee. Now getting it.
Ooh, big fake.
Big fake. Oh, just a little bit spicy for Gilbert. Just out of her reach.
And now DC gets another chance
Another chance to break. Extend the lead again. Jess Sauerbier with the disc. Looking for Jess O. Jess to Jess.
marching it down the sideline there.
To open players.
Ooh.
Double resets.
Yes.
Florence Brooks.
Up on the
Patiently
high
waiting.
side.
Another Jess to Jess. And Jess releases it, but Austin Torch is there. Is that Grant? Frankie. At least Frankie's there.
Oh.
But Summer Wilson's throw is just a little bit further, too far.
And DC's going to have a short
Jamie
field
Estes.
to make work in the red zone here.
A quick break. Pick called. Aaron McCann with the disc. Another hard-working player.
Absolutely. Just a real...
Grinder of a player.
Absolutely. Well, again, thinking about defense, a real defensive...
Menace.
Yes, menace is a great word. Give and go.
Give and go, give and go, give and go, give and
go.
go. Oh!
Oh.
Maddie Cannon with the D. She read the play.
Looking cool as a cucumber there after that block, though.
Yes.
Just looking ready to get back to work.
Well, also they know each other very well. Oh, it's a nice... Oh, did she drop it?
I think that was out of bounds.
Oh, it was out of bounds.
I think that was
such
a
nice save.
Nice save, but I think the pressure from Florence Brooks really helped push that player out of bounds. Gentilette.
Oh, but we have another receiver back there. How about that?
That is Ellen Mueller. Again, if we're talking about first-year
Yes.
impacts, Ellen had quite the game, I believe, up at Portland. Had a number of goals there.
Definitely a player who has a nose for the end zone.
Great finisher.
That was a very good defensive move from Elise Frankie.
Yep, and here we're going to see that block. Oh, that is a great move by
Niall.
Yeah. Again, if they're thinking about personal highlight reels, I think that one might live in Maddie Cannon's
That's true.
imagination for a while. It would live in mine, for sure. So. And there's Gentilette and Mueller talking.
Yes.
Mueller with her first stat for the game.
That's right.
Yeah, Ellen Mueller,
Another
again.
strong player from Raleigh.
Another strong player for Raleigh. And then there's Sammy Smalling. Again, another Raleigh contributor.
DC has no lack of strong female matching players in the women's division as well as the mixed division.
That is right. Yeah, we'll hopefully be getting to see some roster drops soon. Looking forward to see where everyone ended up, both here in DC and then across the country. It's always an exciting time, both to not just to see the players, but see the creativity and all the roster drops.
Yes.
Maddie
So
Easton
true.
gets up big.
Very dynamic player. Oh, a big one up.
Oh,
And
there's
now
that block.
There's Amanda Murphy. Says, did you not hear that I'm back?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a DC Shadow game without a block from Amanda Murphy.
That's right. Little lefty.
Oh, a little miscommunication there.
Little miscommunication.
Now Torch has the chance to score. Working their way downfield.
The sagging in the lanes has been very effective. I think that the handlers and the cutters have been separated a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they've Oh.
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 Jackie maybe was a little bit over anxious there.
Yeah,
She's-
Jackie known for a layout bid.
Yes.
Looks like Shirulu is coming up okay from that, though.
A little lefty. Over to the sideline to Sydney Loughran.
Oh, just putting it up. Found by Cami Groom. DC looking to take the time to get set up.
Over to Jackie. Over to Graham Cunningham. Into the middle.
I think that's Lauren Johnson.
Lauren Johnson. Easy possessions. Lauren looking for a reset. Graham goes out to get it. Cami Groom looking for it. There's Amanda Murphy.
and
Amanda Murphy with the assist
believe
to
that's
Lauren Allen.
yes. Believe that's
Lauren Allen Johnson.
Yes, yes. And is that Lauren's first of the game?
That's right.
Seeing that boost from Shirulu, but Amanda Murphy getting up for that.
Yeah.
And then immediately not reveling in it at all, you know, just taking it right to the line.
That's Amanda Murphy's first assist of the game. Cami got up for the D.
And Amanda also with that triple stat, so got that assist, got a couple goals and a block. So
That's another break for DC Shadow, now extending the lead to 19-5 with 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Amanda and Graham talking it out a little bit. Always great to see sort of how players really like to iterate on the points and really sort of talk through the strategy and what they were seeing. I think that's always good for chemistry. You know, that communication can really build a lot of depth on the sidelines.
Very much so. What can we do better next time? Marie Pervier with the pull. Starting it off. Bjork with the disc over to Clara Stewart.
And man, those torch
Into the middle.
cutters are just so far downfield.
Summer Wilson with the disc. Into the middle.
Looking
Looks
reset.
like 2 resets are there. Clara Stewart gets it back. Is that Estes coming in?
Bjork trying to get to work there. Back to Clara Stewart.
It's Elise Frankie with the disc. Into Summer Wilson. Back to Summer Wilson. Looking for Claire again.
Yeah, it has been a while since Torch has
Estes.
scored, so I think I'm sure they're a little antsy to. Oh,
Clara Stewart saves it to Summer Wilson. They're being very patient with the frisbee right now.
and they should be.
Summer
Gotta
Wilson
make good work of it.
now 10 yards out.
This is critical end zone possession, I think, for them. Not afraid to lose some yards to get that reset, which is
That's
important.
A sharp insight.
Although I heard a whistle.
Oh,
Whistle and point followed. Oh, call on the field was timeout, maybe? Timeout. Timeout was called.
so it has
that's
to go
good.
back. Well, sometimes that happens where it's unfortunate that they actually had scored, but
Yes.
I feel like most of the time it works in the offense's favor because the coach is looking to see when his or her players are in trouble
yes.
to call a timeout from the sideline. So in this
Yes.
particular case, it would have been better that they hadn't, but maybe there should be a recall on the timeout option.
Oh, that might be that would be something. I remember I was observing a game for DC Breeze, and I forget who they were playing against, but an event like this happened, and I happened to be the referee who heard the timeout, called the timeout, and yeah, the the reaction of the team who was on the field was just a bit of astonishment. You know, they wanted to. No, they wanted to play it out. But here we go. Speaking of playing it out, we're gonna see how Torch does. Oh.
And it gets blocked by Cami Groom.
Just sneaking right in there.
Zoom, zoom. Well, I think it may be time to look at it a little more philosophically in the way. Of course, one more score would have been nice, but it good for that O-line to bring it all the way to the end zone line.
Yes. Yes, that's an important thing to remember when we're breaking down the breaking down the film at the end of the day. The score doesn't always tell everything that you've learned, and so it's important to find those smaller victories.
Just
and those
like
sort
the
of,
stat line doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, those sort of micro wins that you get throughout the game, because it can be. Oh, that's a great block.
Nice block.
Otherwise, it can be a little bit defeating if you're just looking at the
I think
the
that's
score.
Maggie Roll.
Yeah, someone is coming off the field right now. It looks like number 22.
Sydney Loughran. I hope she's okay. She seems to be
She's
limping
moving
a tiny bit.
okay, but yeah, got a little. All right. Looks like Torch is gonna get the disc, and they've got a long way to go to
have the whole
find their
field.
own end zone.
But they must be happy to get back possession.
Absolutely. Yeah, usually few teams are gonna turn that down.
Oh,
A little bit high.
oh.
A little high and some contact in the middle of the field.
I think it was on landing.
Okay.
So Gilbert on the mark. Jess O starts it immediately. Cami Groom into the middle. Jackie Wong. Jess to Ashley.
Ashley wide open. So making it look like this is something that they drew up.
That was an unfortunate turn of events for a little bit tragic for
Yeah.
Torch.
Yeah, Torch looking to find that real skinny window. Just didn't quite make that connection with Cami Groom in the way, but Jesso to Gentilette.
Well, the tragic part was they scored, but then the timeout was
yes.
called.
Oh, yes,
So
yes,
it had
yes,
to
yes.
be called back.
Yes, absolutely.
But Maggie Roll with a great D to get it back. So they're getting the turns. DC Shadows defensive pressure is just very heavy, I think.
It's stifling out there for them. We've seen that with a number of the teams that DC has played against. That is, they just have the jaws to really clamp down on any other team that they're up against.
Oh,
so.
I see some smiles on the Austin Torch line, so I think they're taking this game in good spirit. They're saying, okay, we're just training for next week. We're training for next week.
Yeah, good practice for them.
That's right.
And we are under a minute and a half left in this fourth quarter here, with Torch with the disc.
DC Shadow going to another zone look.
And
Big
unlike
hammer across.
the other, Jess,
Just with the disc. Matt Easton does not have a call to make.
Unlike the other quarters, the buzzer will go off, and that will be the end of the game. And so
That's
DC
correct.
looking to maybe keep possession and play a little bit of catch to. Oh, as I say that, there is a turnover.
It was a bit of a miscomm. I don't know if the players know that there's 45 seconds left.
I would hope so. That would be for clock management. You hope that they're paying attention to those things.
They
but
need to score quickly.
But again, the handlers being kind of stranded, I think, by their downfield cutters. A long, loopy
Summer Wilson gets to it.
reset.
Oh, but Summer Wilson's
All
there
right.
is just a little bit
DC's
high.
got to push through quickly if they're looking
15
to.
seconds. Jess
Looking to
Salvier
convert.
looking to third into the end zone. Chooses Jess O. Tiara's coming in.
Oh.
Tiara can't quite get her hand around that disc. 3 seconds left.
Oh, I think we're going to probably have some time added on the clock because we've got a call on the field.
I'm not sure if that's the end or
The crowd is certainly acting
the
like
crowd
it.
is demanding.
So we will see what happens here, but make sure you tune in to the upcoming game for DC Shadow at Atlanta for their last game of the season.
That's right. And then the championships are coming up on June 22nd in Philadelphia. The top four teams will play for 2 semifinals on Saturday and the finals on Sunday. Currently in the lead for the North region are Gridlock and Philly Surge, and DC Shadow and Rally Radiance.
And DC sneaks in one more before the end.
To make it 21-5. A dominant showing by DC Shadow.
Absolutely.
Stamps another one. Ashley Gentillette with the goal. Yes. Ashley's explaining, looks like Ashley's explaining to Sarah Handy, one of the coaches. The crowd is going crazy. This is what they wanted to see, their hometown team dominant on the Frisbee field. We will have some on-field interviews to come as the players high five, and I think as tradition goes, the team will come and thank the crowd, the hometown crowd, for showing up for them. So there'll be a high touch along the fence. People will gather along the fence. The players will come. Jess O's Big D in the end, picks it up to Ashley, turns, but Ashley will get it back later, as she does. Erin McCann with the big throw with seconds left on the clock to Ashley Gentillette. So that was Erin McCann's first assist of the game. Very good showing. A strong showing also from Austin Torch, who came all the way from Texas with 16 players. Played a hard game against a big home game, shadow game. So kudos for them for their big effort on the field. And again, kudos to Clara Stewart. The player of the game will be Amanda Murphy, coming back from an injury. We'll have an interview with Amanda Murphy coming up soon. She racked up the stats today with an assist, 4 goals, and defensive block. I can tell that the team is so excited to have her back. Amanda Murphy, a little bit shy, so I'm sure she's feeling a little bit shy about the interview, but everybody loves Beans. This was a great final home game for the crowd. A lot of youth also in the crowd, because a lot of these players are also youth coaches, and they're great role models for the DMV youth scene, which is very strong.
You are also welcome to do our high five.
So we'll be going into our interview with player of the game, Amanda Murphy. The crowd is going crazy as the players are doing a high touch with the crowd. 2 birthday girls.
With player of the game, Amanda Murphy. And Amanda, you've been out for a couple of games. How does it feel to be back?
It feels really good to be back and on the field with the team. I've been on the sideline a lot this year, and it feels good to just be running around with my friends on the field.
That's great. And will we be getting to see you next week or at the next game in Atlanta?
Yes, I will be at the next game in Atlanta, and it's more time for me to try to get more chemistry with the team after being on the sideline.
And so DC has its eyes on championship weekends. How are spirits feeling after a win like this?
Spirits are really, spirits are really high. I think we all know that we can improve upon some of the small things to make this a championship caliber team, but I really think that we're on the up and up.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lane.
Okay, that was player of the game, Amanda Murphy. Such a hardworking player. Happy to be back. The joy of playing was showing in her dynamic movements on the field. Always such a hardworking player. Today, more of an offensive threat than a defensive threat with 4 goals. Always providing smart cuts. So that's going to be the end of our coverage, live coverage for this game, for the last game of DC Shadow. The score was 21-5. Quite a feat for our hometown team. Let's look forward. Look forward to the championship game. We are 5-0. We are at the top of the South Division. Austin Torch is 2-3, going into a critical game with Riley Radiance. Shadow will be going, for sure, going to the championship game.